Hello. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe for more stories and fun. Now it's story time. In a small, smoke-filled casino tucked away in the heart of Las Vegas, a man named Jack "Lucky" Malone sat hunched over a green felt blackjack table. His palms were clammy, and his heart pounded like a drum as he drew in a steadying breath. At 35, Jack was a seasoned gambler. He had encountered the highs of winning streaks and the lows of crushing defeats. But tonight carried more weight than usual. With his rent due and his daughter Mia's school fees on the line, he was chasing not just a win, but redemption. The casino flickered with neon lights, casting colorful shadows over the players. Jack had arrived with only a handful of chips, a paltry sum compared to what he had once commanded at the tables. Just 6 months earlier, he had been unstoppable, a streak of luck elevating him to mythical status. But then the tide had turned. Bad decisions and reckless bets had emptied his pockets and stripped him of his once flamboyant lifestyle. It was all part of the harsh reality that came with the life of a gambler. As he placed his bets on the table, he glanced across at the dealer, a woman with a calm demeanor and sharp eyes. Her name tag read, Anna. She seemed unfazed by the chaotic energy swirling around them, a sharp contrast to Jack's fraying nerves. "Place your bets, gentlemen," Anna called, her voice cool and steady. Jack pushed forward his modest stack of chips. "Hit me," he said, his eyes darting over to the two cards that remained face down on the table. The first was a 5 and the second a queen. He prayed for a 10 or an ace to make it 21. As Anna flipped the next card, his heart sank. It was a 3. 18, she announced, and a wave of disappointment washed over him. He could almost taste the bitter regret. Another player at the table cautiously drew a card, obtaining a lucky blackjack, and Jack felt the weight of his losses tighten around him like a noose. In that moment, memories of his daughter flooded his mind. Mornings spent making pancakes, her laughter filling their modest apartment, and the way she looked at him with eyes full of trust and hope ignited a flicker of determination within him. He could not let this be the end. "Double down," he said, surprising even himself. The dealer raised an expectant eyebrow but complied as he placed an additional bet in front of him. He took a deep breath, and Anna revealed the next card, a 9. 27, the thought echoed, but he had gone bust. He shook off the sting of panic and focused. "Whoever bets, wins," he reminded himself. With his dwindling funds, he was in a dangerous game, but he felt that something was shifting. With a renewed sense of grit, he pushed his last chips toward the center of the table and prepared for the next hand as if it would be the deciding one, feeling every heartbeat echoing through the smoky air. But as the cards were dealt, he could see the same players making the same unfathomable mistakes. It was a sick kind of satisfaction to witness. He peeked up at the lucky ones, watching their faces twist in distress as they lost hand after hand. Anna dealt and, for the first time that night, he received a face card and a 7, 17. He glanced toward the empty glass of whiskey beside him. He had promised himself that tonight was for Mia, not for drowning his sorrows. With a newfound clarity, he quietly asked for a hit. The moment the card appeared, his breath caught. It was a 4, 21. Jack felt his heart leap as the realization hit him like a burst of electricity. He had done it. He had just beaten the house. His bet multiplied before his eyes, turning into more than just chips. It became a lifeline. The next hand brought more wins, each hand feeding his momentum and reviving the hopes he thought lost forever. He doubled down again, and again he won. As the hours rolled by, he gathered his winnings until his stack gleamed, a glimmer of hope contrasting his past failures. Finally, with a sizable winnings in hand, Jack stood. The tension faded into an exhilarating mix of disbelief and relief. He grabbed his chips and walked away, determination etched into his features. As he made his way toward the exit, he glanced back at the tables, gamblers engrossed in their games, most unaware that fortunes could shift with every card dealt. With each step, thoughts of Mia filled him with warmth, and he knew he could finally catch up on bills, make those long overdue payments, and most importantly, bring her joy again. The echo of the casino faded behind him, replaced by visions of their life together. But as he stepped onto the neon-lit street, Jack paused. He felt the bygone weight of temptation claw at him, the whispers of the casino calling him back with promises of even more possible fortune. "No more," he whispered to himself, and with that, he strode away from the flashing lights and the chaos of chance. On that night, Jack, lucky, Malone didn't just take a leap toward financial safety, he took a leap toward reclaiming a life worth living. In the shadows of the past, he had found a glimpse of the future, and it was carved with choices that mattered far more than any bet could ever reflect. Thank you for watching. If you like this story, don't forget to subscribe.